Hey everybody, Poker Dad here. So today we are going to be doing a hand reading exercise. Um, this is going to be using one of my 10 NL hands as played on October 23rd on Bet Online. Just first, a quick update regarding my bankroll situation. So I've decided to scrap the idea of the aggressive bankroll system, and after listening to a couple of people, move to a 40 40 buy-in bankroll system. And so my bankroll system, so now being at $663, I'm actually going to be moving back down to NL10. I know that may be disappointing. It's a little bit disappointing to me, but I think it's the right thing to do. So for now, I'm going to move back down to NL10 for now and play on Ignition. Um, Using a 40 buy-in rule. And I think I've been having some mental game issues when I move up in stakes, and probably the aggressive nature is probably just not a good idea. So I will stay with a 40 buy-in bankroll rule, and this is how it'll work. So $400 and $800, I'm actually going to move to Global Poker and play NL20. Then when I get to $1,000, I'll move back to Ignition and play NL25, so forth and so on. Anyway, that's the plan of attack. Now on to the hand reading exercise. So here we are playing NL10, like I said, and I am in the button with ace of diamonds and four of clubs. The main villain here is going to be Tatsy22 here in the under the gun. Um, he is the one who we'll be dealing with the most here. This does go multi-way through the flop, but Tatsy is going to be the main villain that we are going to be concerned with here. So let me just go put into Flopzilla the ace of diamonds and the four of clubs. And let me just put on my sheet here that we are playing NL10, ace diamond, four clubs, and the date this hand was played was on October 23rd, 2017. So first things first, let's just see how the action starts off here. So we have a open limp from Tatsy, who again I said is the main villain here. Tatsy's VPIP at this point through 53 hands was 40. And I raised it up here 35 cents, which I think seems about normal with the limper. And at this time I was making it 25 cents open, so 25 cents plus 10 cents equals 35 cents open. And the small blind comes along here. He just calls the bet, and we get a fold from the big blind. And of course, Tatsy, as you may expect, has called our bet. So we need to figure out first, what is Tatsy's limp calling range? Recreational player, definitely. So let me first do I'm going to start off with about a 45% range here. And let me take out some hands that I don't think would limp here. So we don't think all these hands we don't think would limp. Okay. I don't think ace queen suited. I don't think ace jack suited, ace 10 suited. I don't think any of those hands there would limp. I don't think king queen suited would limp. King jack suited, queen jack suited. I could see these limping. I could see all of these limping as well. Ace 2 offsuit definitely would limp. Um, and we're talking limp calling here. I think all the suited kings could limp call. And I think I can probably, I think I could do Queen 7, Jack 6. Anything that could possibly make a straight. That's also, yeah. So it'd be 6, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 7, 8, 9, 10 Jack. So 7, 8. So I'm going to give these here, because I'm going to say that the recreational player, any kind of potential straight draw, especially suited, would limp call these. And for these here, I'll give him the suited gappers as well. I'm going to take these out. They don't play the offsuit stuff as much, I notice. So we can take out these here, I think. Jack 9 I'll keep. 10, 9, 9, 8, 8, 7, 7, 6. 5, 4. 5, 4 I think I'll take out. I'll take these out. I don't expect them to be playing those hands quite too much as a limp call. Right now I got them at about a 32% range. Putting 3-2 suited there. I'll give him ace 7, 7, 6. I'll give him king 9 and queen 9. I think was fine too. Ace Queen, I don't see them open limping with. King Queen, that's borderline. I'll leave King Queen in there. I could see them open limping with King Queen offsuit. Um, I think this range seems about right. Seems about right. I mean, it's always a little unpredictable. You know what kind of what this player is going to kind of do, but I think we can just kind of roll with this particular range with this particular player. So let me copy and paste it over to my PDF here. And the percentage is 35.9%, which I think is fine. And the number of combos is 440. All right, so let's see what happens next. So here we have a 6 of diamonds and an 8 of clubs and a 6 of clubs. So interesting spot here. I think in this spot for myself, well, let's see. We get a check from the small blind, a check from under the gun, and I decide to check as well, which I think is perfectly fine. There's no reason for me to bet here. It's not a great board, paired board, 2 clubs, so I think this is probably definitely the right play. It doesn't really help us in terms of the range. Well, maybe actually it could help us a little bit in terms of the range. Let's take a look. 6 of diamonds, because he is checking here, which I think does tell us a little bit of something about his range. And a 6 of clubs here. Let me 1 second. Okay, I am back. So let's see what we are going to do here. So quads. Him being a fishy player, I don't think he would check quads. I think he would definitely bet quads here. So let's just take the quads out of the equation. And I believe also he would bet full house. I don't think he's going to try and slow play that kind of stuff. 3 of a kind. Checking. See, it's tough because he's in the middle. So it's kind of tough to say, oh, he wouldn't check with 3 of a kind. You know, I'm going to give him a check on the 3 of a kind. Over pair, top pair, of course. Pocket pair, below top pair, weak pair, ace high, no main hand. All these hands, of course, are going to be coming along. Gut shots. Gut shots would definitely be a check. Flush draw, open and a straight draw, overcards, all this stuff. All right, so obviously we're not taking too much out of his range, but I'm just taking out the quads and the full house because I don't think he has those. So we could take those out of his range. Not too much to take out of his range, but I mean, you know, we just did a check here. But I mean, check does tell you a little bit of something. Not too much, but a little bit of something. You could take some hands out of his range. 98.5%. And number of combos here is 388. Whoops, didn't mean to press that. Haven't used this in a while. Okay. All right, now for the turn range. So let's get back to the action. Oh, hey now. So we get a 4 of diamonds. I have one of those. Hey, look at me. So I have a 4 of diamonds here. So let's see what happens now. We get a check from the small blind. And now we get a bet, 54-cent bet from the that doesn't end, right? All right, so 54-cent bet. So let's just take a look at this bet here. 54 cents into $1.15. So let's take a look. 54 cents. And it's 54 plus $1.15, so $1.69. Where are we? So $1.69. So 24% pot odds, not much here. So interesting spot, of course, here when he bets the 4. Obviously, I think I could call this, but it's I probably shouldn't call it. I probably should not call this bet here. But as we can figure out, I do call the bet, and the small blind folds. All right, so I don't really love this call. I mean, I guess I called it, and this is something I do at times, and I'm not sure if this is the right thing to do at times. Is I called it because I did pair the board, and I say, oh well, if a four comes off, then I'm in good shape. But then the question becomes, well, if he has three sixes and the four comes off, he's in better shape. Which is why ultimately I feel like this is probably just a spot to fold, even though I have paired the board here. It's not a great pair. This I think probably is a very a very foldable hand because a four can hurt me and a six can hurt me as well. But nevertheless, I did call it here. So let's put in the four diamonds real quick. By the way, before I even get into that, my equity was 49% with the flop. So let's put in the four diamonds. And my equity goes up to 64%. But let's remove some hands from our opponent and get a better idea of what exactly is going on here. Because he led the betting this time. He led the betting. Well, I had already taken quads out, so they can't come back in. Now we have new full houses, potentially. 6-4 and a 4-4. Obviously, he's definitely betting that. I mean, you want to say the small bet he's not going to, but I don't think he really knows the difference between a small bet or a big bet. So obviously, full house will be there. A straight, he could have a straight with a 7-5 suited, so obviously that'll stay. And three of a kind is still going to stay. And overpair of 9-9 with 9-9 bet right here. From this type of player, yes. So we would keep the overpair in there. And top pair of an 8. I think would definitely bet here. Without a doubt, I could see that betting from this particular type of player. Pocket pair below top pair 7-7. 7-7 with 7-7 bet here. Well, 4. He's got a straight draw, 2 pair in his eyes, 2 pair. Yeah, I'm going to give him 7-7. Weak pair with the 4s. Again, these types of players, they bet this stuff sometimes. I'm going to give him the weak pair. I know it sounds crazy, but these guys, I've seen them bet this stuff sometimes. So, ace high, no. No made hand, no. Flush draw, I do not believe a flush draw is betting. And open-ended straight draws, while they should bet here, I don't think he's betting it. So let's take away these hands here. And now I have 23% equity. Versus this particular range. I mean, and I don't think that's a crazy idea. All I do have is a pair of 4s. So 30% of his previous range. So I knocked out a lot here. And 114 combos. Alright, so let's take a look and see how this hand finishes off. We get a Jack of Spades. Let's take a look at the ranges real quick. Jack of Spades. Well, what exactly is a Jack of Spades potentially doing for him here? Let's see. Jack 8, that would give him 2 pair. Right? Let's put the Jack of Spades in. So Jack of Spades here is going to give him 2 pair. What other jacks does he have? That's it. That's the only jack he has in his entire range here that I have remaining for him. Would be 2 pair jacks and 8s. And let's see. I mean, he checked here. Then he bet. He could definitely bet the 4 with an 8. So Jack 8 is quite possible. Let's see what happens. He opens up the betting again. He bets 35 cents. You can't really tell here. So he bets 35 cents into a $2.23 pot, which is not a lot at all. You see 35 cents. And I call the bet. Quite interesting. Quite interesting. He's betting with what? Full house, yeah. You'd think he'd bet bigger with a full house, though. But, these guys, again, sometimes I don't love the idea of him having a full house, straight, 3 of a kind. two pair, top pair. No matter what, though, I gotta feel like we're beat. I mean, what the hell what exactly are we losing to here? The 9-9 definitely not. Top pair, there is no top pair anyway. I mean, we got to be beat, right? Because what unless he completely bluffing, zero, pair four is not winning this. So let's take a look and see why we called this. We called it because, I mean, the pot odds are ridiculous. That's why we called it. I mean, 23 cents into a pot of $2.23. 35 cents. So 35 cents and 0.35 plus 2.23 is $2.58. Pot odds of 11%. He could very well be bluffing here, and I think this is why I definitely called it, because there is a very good shot. When you're betting 11% pot odds, it's like it's like a bet of fear. It's a bet of fear. So I mean, what top pairs could there be? There aren't even. He doesn't have any of the eights left. All right, let's just see. All right, I'm done thinking about it. King 8. All right, so I took out. At what point did we lose King 8 here? First of all, King 8 offsuit. I did not have King 8 offsuit in his original range. All right, so I just missed those eights. I could have put them in there. So King 8 suited. I guess we lost. Why did I lose King 8 suited? I lost King 8 suited here. Why did King 8 suited go away? Why? I don't understand. Oh, because it's under two pair. I'm not really sure why King suited goes away. Why would King suited go away? King 8 suited go away. Tell me! I don't quite understand. But there is one thing I do understand. A very bad job by me, even though he bet so little. That's 36 cents, 35 cents I could have saved. I knew I was behind in his hand. Betting the 4, calling the 4 bet was bad. Because again, if he had sixes, if he had any 6, if another 4 came out, I was beat. If another 6 came out, I was beat. So, really, this is a hand I should have folded on the turn. The King 8 just goes to what I was thinking before. All right, so we checked and he bet because he either paired the board originally with the 8. Now he's ready to bet it because the 8 is higher than the 4, which is what I kind of thought. Which is why I kept top pair in there. Why Flopzilla took it out, I don't know. Anyway, another very interesting hand review. Poorly played hand by me, I think we could all agree. But it was on, October 23rd. I'll give myself a pass. Anyway, I appreciate you all for watching. If you like what you saw, please do me a favor and subscribe. And till next time, where I'll be playing NL10 again. Poker Dad.